Stocks remain super high going into the Super Bowl. I'm Darren, and this is 3 things you need to know for Friday, February the 9th. In a true signal of supply and demand, the tickets for the big game have risen by 7% so far. If you're on a budget, the cheapest are now at $2,000, but that is face value. Actual is in the $6,500 zone. What are the most expensive tickets? Well, they're up around $45K. You need a super loan for that. If you're one of the many who just like to be at a Super Bowl party but not really a fan of football but love the ads, look for these. There's Popeyes with Ken Jeong, Coors Light with LL Cool J, there's the Hellman's Mayo Cat, and there's Oreo solving problems, but the nerds are a good one for the kids. Now, I can't make everyone shush for you when they come on. Super Bowl Sunday is almost here. If you Google it, of course, you get endless stories with the word Swift in the title. Usher is the halftime show, so don't be surprised if a karaoke show happens at your house or bar. Also, I better put down $500,000 on the 49ers, which are 2.5 favorites. Trade while you're sleeping across time zones with Arbitrage Trade Assist. Sign up today at arbitragetrade.com. Arbitrage Trade is your trusted source for business, finance, and tech info.
Every family has their baggage.
We know she's vaping, drinking. She stays out all night.
But we don't have to face these challenges alone. Visit boystown.org/parenting for expert advice. If you need immediate help, call the trained counselors at the Boys Town National Hotline. Boys Town can help lighten the load so you can get back to the things that matter. For any age, any stage, Boys Town.
What is happening to China's economy? Daniel writes, 2023 was a challenging year for China, and 2024 is not looking much better. How did we get here? Well, just 1 month into the new year, Evergrande Group has been forced to liquidate its assets. The Chinese stock market has hit 5-year lows. For the first time in years, Chinese paramount leader Xi Jinping is meeting with regulators, and Chinese citizens are turning to U.S. embassy social media platforms seeking help. This marks a difficult beginning to 2024 for China, with still 11 months to go. The turmoil for China began in December 2021 when Evergrande, which is China's largest real estate property developer, defaulted on its debt obligations. Evergrande is now being forced to liquidate $245 billion of its assets to cover its $300 billion in liabilities. This has led to a difficult decrease in housing values in China, severely impacting many citizens' net worth. However, the troubling economic indicators in China do not stop there. As of earlier this week, Chinese equity indices have hit a 5-year low, down 40% from their previous peak in 2021. Since this peak, Chinese equities have lost $7 trillion in value. The situation has become so dire that investors are commenting on the U.S. Embassy's social media, asking for the U.S. to intervene by banning hedge funds from placing sell orders and limiting trading in funds. There is hope on the horizon, though. President Xi is set to hold a meeting with Chinese regulators, with investors hoping they will unveil a plan to rescue the equity markets. Since Xi took power in 2012, Chinese economic growth has slowed by almost 4% and is expected to continue this trend. This slowdown is attributed to the unwinding of expansive credit programs created in 2009, higher youth unemployment, low fertility rates, and an aging population. However, the situation might be worse than reported. According to a 60 Minutes segment earlier this week, Chinese migrants have become the fastest growing ethnic group crossing the U.S.-Mexico border, up 50% from 2 years ago. Most cite oppressive politics and a slowing economy as the reasons for coming to the U.S. This situation becomes more complex when considering China's desire to reclaim Taiwan and the U.S.'s stance to defend Taiwan. We have no idea how this will unfold, but surely it will be a hot and divisive topic during the U.S. presidential debates. Daniel and I discussed this in the weekend news, which comes out on Saturday mornings.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, we can't help but be inspired by her every day. So really, we are the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Pips, pick of the day! It's Fall Down Friday. Arbitrage algorithms have detected a possible downtrend for Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation, which is AGM. It's a stockholder-owned federal charter corporation. They engage in the provision of a secondary market for agricultural real estate and rural housing mortgage loans, rural utility loans, and loans guaranteed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Yes, they're located in Washington, D.C. It closed Thursday at $181.48, 52-week high of $198.17, and a 52-week low of $122.10. We are not financial advisors. We provide a service. Please do your own research. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is a privately held research company. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is solely responsible for the preparation and distribution of the contents of this podcast. The opinions offered in this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not intended to function as investment advice. Seek a duly licensed professional for investment advice. For more information about the informational research and services offered by Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC, please visit arbitragetrade.com.